making a very brief, unannounced appearance on his way to the White House for yet another meeting, and he would make no comment on this report on the record by the President's spokesperson, Ari Fleischer, which, among others, Congressman Chris Cox of California told us a while ago he had heard earlier was the White House has reason to believe that the White House was the original target of at least one of the aircraft and not the Pentagon. That in itself has been somewhat confusing to all of us, and we're working hard now that they've put that out in the public arena to track that one down. We think I can now, Bob Miller, settle what's been going on in John. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I figured we've been here so long, you'd recognize me sooner or later.
Only knowing you forever. John, I think we can put Boston into greater context now.
Yes, we can. If you saw that, you remember that a paper trail from a car believed to have been used by the hijackers at Logan Airport took police and the FBI to a hotel in the center of the city of Boston, the Westin Hotel in Copley Plaza. As they were going to enter 2 rooms rented by one individual, they literally bumped into 3 occupants of one of those rooms leaving. Those people have been taken into custody. They are not charged with anything at this point. They are being detained and questioned by the FBI. But there was concern that there might be other people in the rooms. So a Boston PD SWAT team did a tactical entry into the rooms, found no people, but found a suitcase that a bomb-sniffing dog alerted on, as well as a wastebasket. The wastebasket didn't have anything in it. They could see that by looking, but an X-ray of the suitcase proved suspicious. The bomb squad was able to enter it wearing protective gear. They found it did not contain explosives. What it did contain, according to our sources, were papers and pamphlets. There was other luggage in the room that seemed to indicate that the rooms had been used by a number of people, more than the 3 people who were present. And they found something that's been very intriguing to FBI investigators, according to our sources. They found hair dye products and other things that could be used to change your appearance if you wanted to. So the FBI has taken over that crime scene now, and the investigation continues. Peter?
Thanks very much, John Miller. We're going to the Attorney General of the United States, John Ashcroft.
This investigation and recovery is a highly coordinated effort. I want to thank all of the federal, state, local agencies that have worked tirelessly yesterday and today to help the victims of this act of war find relief and to help the United States of America locate the people who are responsible for these terrible acts of war. Immediately after the first report of a plane crashing into the World Trade Towers, numerous federal agencies coordinating with the White House mobilized their resources. Throughout the day, secure video conferences took place among the National Security Council, the Department of Justice, the Department of State, the Department of Defense, Department of Treasury, FEMA, CIA, the FAA, and other federal agencies. Both the President and the Vice President presided over a number of cabinet and sub-cabinet meetings and video conferences. Continuity of government plans were put into effect. Within the Department of Justice, our full resources were put into operation immediately. As I will explain in greater detail in a few moments, these resources have been deployed both to investigate this act of war and to assist victim survivors and victim families. But let me stress that this is not simply a Department of Justice effort. The response of the federal government across the board has been, I believe, from the President of the United States to the rescue workers, magnificent. I'll now turn to the information that the response we have been making has developed. I'll give you the information that we can give you. However, we will give you only facts that we can confirm. You may be hearing things that we have not told you, but some people have the luxury of speculating. We won't speculate, but we'll only give you confirmed facts. And also, we must be careful to protect confidential intelligence sources and the methods of our intelligence so we do not compromise this ongoing investigation or the capacity of this nation to undertake such investigations as this. The 4 planes were hijacked by between 3 and 6 individuals per plane, using knives and box cutters, and in some cases making bomb threats. Our government has credible evidence that the White House and Air Force One were targets. A number of the suspected hijackers were trained as pilots in the United States. The Department of Justice has undertaken perhaps the most massive and intensive investigation ever conducted in America. The full resources of the FBI, the Justice Department's Criminal Division, the U.S. Attorney's offices, the INS, and other components have been brought to bear and will be focused in this endeavor. Throughout the day and into the night last night, Deputy Attorney General Larry Thompson and Assistant Attorney General Michael Chertoff, who is not with us at this moment, and I were present at the FBI's Strategic Information on Operations Center, together, of course, with the director and a number of other individuals. The Justice Department is working closely with investigators, the FAA, and the intelligence community, including the CIA, the NSA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, and the Defense Department. Numerous agencies have assigned personnel to the SIOC at the FBI to coordinate investigative efforts so that information which is received on these premises becomes immediately available to the cooperating agencies. And I might add that we reciprocate with similar deployments in a variety of other settings. The Justice Department's Terrorism and Violent Crime Section is coordinating the response of the U.S. Attorney's offices nationwide. These agencies have a presence at the SIOC here in the FBI 24 hours a day and are coordinating efforts both in the United States and worldwide around the clock. Investigators are reviewing intelligence and have received numerous credible leads. Command posts have been established at all crime scenes. Evidence response teams and the FBI's disaster squad have been deployed to the crash sites. The recovery of bodies and the collection of evidence is ongoing at the Pentagon and at the crash site in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. Investigators are working with the National Transportation Safety Board to recover the black boxes from the crash sites. The crime scene at the WTC has been secured, but is not yet a crime scene accessible to investigators. The United States Attorney's Office's terrorism units and the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Forces are obtaining the passenger manifests, rental car receipts, telephone logs, videotape from parking garages, and pay telephone videotape records at all scenes for review and appropriate follow-up interviews. All investigative resources of the FBI's laboratory and crisis response capabilities have been mobilized. Now let me turn this podium over to FBI Director Bob Mueller to talk more about the investigation itself.
Mr. Mueller has just become the director of the FBI. He's brand new in every respect.
I want to start by saying that the men and women of the FBI join the nation in expressing our deep sympathies for the victims of these horrific tragedies and their families. And we, all of us in the FBI, pledge to those directly affected by these attacks that we will leave no stone unturned in our quest to help find those responsible and to bring those individuals to justice.